Well, good morning and welcome to Vision. I'm so glad you're here. Slancha. Isn't that how they say it? Right? Well, we're so glad to be here together. Let's stand and celebrate.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, Vision. How are you this morning? I know I have an order of service in here someplace. It's a big day. It's Women's History Month. It's St. Patrick's Day. There's a lot of stuff. There's corned beef getting warmed up and ready for us for hospitality. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. I even have a hat. I'm not a hat person, but happy St. Patrick's Day. Top of the morning to you. I'm the senior minister here. My name is Reverend Patti Furniture. And we are here to pray right now, so let's do that. I give great thanks for this morning, for everyone here, for those online, for all people everywhere, knowing that each one of us an incarnation of the divine life of God's, that there is no separation, there is no other. There's only one thing happening here, that is the activity of spirit. The only thing that's happening on earth, in fact, the only thing happening in the universe is the activity of spirit. Planets coming and going, and stars bursting into form and out of form, and galaxies swirling. It's all God energy. It is all the activity of spirit. And so I know right here in this room, in our hearts, in our breath, that is the very activity of spirit as well. From the greatest to the teeniest, tiniest little element of us, it is all spirit, all God, all good, all the time. And so it is. Well, you notice there was no copier, right? No bulletin this morning. Our little copier just, yeah, yeah. Aw, so think about it. Anybody want to buy us a copier? We need a new copier. Think on these things. We'll talk about it later. But we did get some paperwork done, so I have an order of celebration. I have the practitioner paper. I'm ready. I'm prepared. And first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call up Tasha Caprice. She is going to spotlight our woman for Women's History Month. So come on up, Tasha.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tasha Caprice. This is my first time standing here, so it is my only opportunity to express my gratitude to all of you for your warm welcome and acceptance into this community. I love everything about Vision, and it has changed my life forever. So thank you. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born to a prominent family in Alabama in 1880. Keller contracted scarlet fever or meningitis and became deaf and blind at the age of 19 months. The Perkins School for the Blind sent a graduate named Anne Sullivan to teach Helen in her 7th year. Sullivan taught Keller to read Braille, and in time, Keller was able to communicate both through sign language and oral speech. She went on to learn 5 other languages. Keller was the first deaf and blind person in America to graduate from college. Helen graduated cum laude from Radcliffe, becoming the first deaf-blind person to earn a bachelor's degree. In 1955, Helen was the first woman to receive an honorary degree from Harvard University. She was extremely political. In addition to being a member of the Socialist Party, Keller was a founder of the ACLU, which was created to further the rights of disabled people across the country. A self-described militant suffragette, Helen, I love that. In addition to being a member of the Socialist Party, oops, lost my place. A self-described militant suffragette, Helen was a valiant supporter of women's suffrage, birth control, civil rights, and the labor union movement, as well as many other worthwhile and important causes. She published 14 books and produced numerous articles on a variety of social and political topics. Over her lifetime, she traveled to 35 countries in an effort to persuade foreign governments to establish schools for people who are blind and deaf. She was America's first goodwill ambassador to Japan. She earned the Theodore Roosevelt Distinguished Service Medal, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and was elected to the Women's Hall of Fame. Keller met 13 U.S. presidents, and she was great friends with Mark Twain. Helen Keller died in 1968 in Connecticut at the age of 87. Helen Keller said, "The wordless cry of my soul was, 'Light, give me light,' and the light of love shone on me in that very hour."
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I learned something I didn't know about Helen Keller. You did. You did. We have practitioners here. If you've come with anything on your heart, please see a practitioner at the end of celebration. We have private prayer rooms you can go to. We have where you could be here. I mean, wherever you would like to meet with a practitioner. We're going to have the practitioners and the ministers up in the front of the room. So you can see them at the end of celebration. You can tag one and say, please pray with me, or please pray for me. However you want to say it, it's okay. We pray. That's what we do. Online, we have our meet and greet room, so you can get prayer there as well. Please go to the meet and greet room. We'll have practitioners there. There are breakout rooms for privacy. However you want to be served in prayer, we are here to serve you in prayer because that is what we do. We pray and we teach, and we teach and we pray. And Ernest Holmes said that, right? That practitioners pray and teach and pray. That's all we do. He said that's all we're good for. That's all we ever ought to be doing. I love that. Anyway, it's true. It's true. So please get prayer. Even if things are going well, your prayer is thank you, right? Your prayer is thank you. That is the greatest, gratitude is the greatest prayer we can pray. So do that. Go see a practitioner. Make their day because they are living the calling on their heart by praying for us. So please do that. I'm holding in my hand a guest packet. We have these as well. If you're visiting Vision, if you'd like to know a little bit more about who we are as a spiritual community, grab one of these. Tells you everything you ever wanted to know about us right here in this little teeny tiny packet. Thin and everything, not a lot to read. But you will find out so much. We are amazing. Aren't we an amazing group? Come on. I love that. Right? Vision is a wonderful, loving, diverse community that just, is just so loving and accepting. I want to just put my arms around all of you and hug you. However, I'll just say the greeting instead. You ready? You with me? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. So just breathe that in because it is true. And just get comfortable. I'm going to, wait. Before I do that, before I turn it over to James, sorry, give me a minute. I would love for you to turn to somebody and say, welcome to Vision. Somebody, anybody. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to James for our centering song to prepare us for the 5-minute meditation. Thank you.
God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is my breath with every word that I say. God is my life this day. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am God's breath with every word that I say. I am God's life this day. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me.
Good morning. My name is Diane Russell. I am a staff minister here at Vision. I'm going to read you some quotes. Please take these into your heart as we move into the silence and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of the 5-minute meditation. The first quote, you're going to love this. When you're green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you rot. That wasn't me, that was Ray Kroc. And from our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, it should be our endeavor to discover within ourselves that determining factor which makes our life and experience what they are. In fact, properly approached, this could be the greatest of all sciences, and one in which the individual is both the laboratory and the experimenter. Right now, I recognize and know that there is only one thing here, and that is God. That this one is all wisdom, infinite intelligence, it is perfect health, and it is who and what we are. I know in this moment, in this time together, that we are filled with the power and the love and the goodness that is God. I know that it fills us to overflowing, and that we look upon each other with that love and with that givingness. I know that this is powerful, and that it lifts our hearts and minds into that newer, better place, that we continue to be inspired and to grow. I know that anyone who came here with a heavy heart or with a burden of any kind, that is lifted and dissipates. It's just gone. That the way is made clear, the load is lightened, all good. We are a powerful group. We have a powerful consciousness. And so we learn and grow so that we can even have more influence on our own lives and on the ones around us. I know that God is with us all the time. I know that Spirit is in this moment and all moments. And so we just recognize that goodness in our life. We recognize and focus on the good, the love, the abundance, the harmony that is always there. We turn away from anything else. I know this for myself. I know it for each one here. I know it for anyone who is receptive to it. Right now, we are so connected and we are so unified, and we carry that with us out beyond the walls of vision, out into the world, because we need unity, we need love, we need cooperation. I am grateful for this truth. I am grateful for this power. I am grateful for this teaching and for each one here. And so with my heart filled, I let these words go, knowing they are complete in God mind and also complete in form. And together we say, and so it is.
We have one of our favorite soloists here today. She always brings a huge amount of energy and excitement to her performances here, all the way from Hawaii, that Irish bastion. So please welcome Shaina Pugh.
It's not easy being green, but thanks to Larry, I have this fabulous hat, and it's growing on me. It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think I could be nicer, being red or yellow or gold, or something much more colorful than that. It's not easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many ordinary things, and people tend to pass you over, 'cause you're not standing out like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. Oh, but green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? I am green and I'll do fine. It's beautiful and I think it's all I wanna be. Mark on the accordion. Oh, but green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? Oh, I'm green and I'll do fine. It's beautiful and it's all I want to be. It's beautiful and it's all I ever want to be. Thank you.
It's lovely. My favorite color is green. I just love it. It's green, it's growing. And our theme for the month is that's how we've never done it. And like I told you, that's kind of a little thorn in my side. Like Reverend Jean said right in the beginning of the month, it's like really head scratcher. But let's just go with it anyway. And so today's talk is going green. Of course it is. Well, yes, of course it says Reverend Patio Furniture. Thank you, Christian Wassinger. Gosh, he baptized me that. So going green, you know, it's good advice for all of us. Go green. And it has that little, right? Okay, there's all the zones. They're all up there. So we know that we're considered green, right, on our growing edge, when we're out there, when we're trying something new. We are not green in our comfort zone, are we? Right? We like it in our comfort zone. We live in our comfort zone a lot. We know everybody there. I mean, it's comfortable. That's why they call it the comfort zone. We're experts on everything in our comfort zone. It's nice. We know everybody. Everybody knows us. It's like sort of like being at Cheers, right? Everybody knows your name in your comfort zone. It's all familiar. But we have to get out of there every once in a while, don't we? I mean, we don't have to move out permanently, but we have to get out of our comfort zone at some point. We have to move through the fear zone, right? There it is, where we lack self-confidence and we have to find excuses. We do find excuses. That's the one where we get a little overwhelmed with other people's opinions of us and how we're doing what we're doing and whether or not we're doing it right, and other people's opinions kind of take on more weight. And then we have to move through all that stuff in the fear zone and go into the learning zone, where we learn new skills and we deal with the challenges as they come up, right? So that eventually we get to the growth zone. We get there. And that's the newness. That's where we make new goals, and that's where we set new intentions, right? That's our growing edge. So we have to get out there every now and then. It's okay to sit in your comfort zone, right? It's okay to sit back on, rest on your laurels every now and then. That's okay after you've accomplished something, but you have to get back out into the growing zone every once in a while. We tend to live in our comfort zone, but we want to be in our growing zone eventually, right? We have to venture out into the fear. We have to conquer it. We have to learn new skills. We have to realize a greater expression of our lives. Every once in a while, yes, every now and then, so that we can grow, because that's what we're here to do, right? But we tend not to live there. Maybe some, adrenaline junkies. Any adrenaline junkies constantly living on the edge, right? There's a few of us. Not me, but there's a few of you. But, we tend to stay in the comfort zone, and then we venture out, and then we do that. We have to travel through all the zones. We just have to, And these zones of growth, to me, are very, very similar to what we learned in financial freedom, the principles of financial freedom, about our sphere of availability. Does everybody remember that? We have like bubbles around us. Anybody travel in your bubble? You know the bubble. We all travel in our bubbles. But we all have these spheres of availability around us. And they're very comfortable, right? But what you notice sometimes is the thing you desire may exist outside of your zone, right? Of your sphere of availability. A lot of times the things that we desire most are outside of our sphere of availability. So what we need to do is we need to grow in consciousness. We grow in consciousness first, then our sphere of availability gets bigger, and then what was outside is now inside to be realized in our lives. Does that make sense? Right? That's what we do. We have to grow in consciousness, and that sphere gets bigger. Ernest Holmes said this in Cosmic Light. He said, our future evolution will be only as we perceive the light in the darkness, until the darkness is no longer there. Only when we accept our divine individualization can we discover that within us, which is already perfect and complete, this is where the soul makes its great claim upon God. This is where the spirit discovers itself in creation. Within us. Everything begins with the dawning on our mind that we are greater than we think, that we are greater than just these physical bodies. And when that idea takes hold in us, when we really embody that idea, that power and that presence that created everything exists at the center of our own being as well, that we are the co-creators of our own lives, when we discover that, that is the power that does the work. That is the power that does the work. It takes all the ego out of it, doesn't it? I love that. It takes all the ego out of it because it's not us, right? I don't run around saying, and you don't run around saying, ha, I'm God, right? You don't run around telling your friends, ha, I am God, look at me. No. But rather, God exists at the center of me. Spirit exists in the center of me. I have use of it. This is what we're talking about. I can co-create with the same power that always has been and always will be, creating everything in the universe and continuing to create. I have use of it because it exists at the center of my soul. Ernest Holmes said, all people all people are not only a center of God consciousness, they are immortal beings, forever expanding, forever spiraling, forever growing in spiritual stature. Not some people, but all people are immortal. For everyone will finally overcome or transcend any misuse of the law that they have made in their ignorance. Complete redemption at last must come to all alike. That's powerful stuff, right? That which is within us. This is our spiritual path then, isn't it? To become so immersed in this, to become so deeply, to accept so fully the truth that our lives, our spirit's life, that we can embody the wholeness that is God, that we can embody the health that is God, that we can embody the abundance, the peace, the love that is God. And that becomes all we demonstrate. Just becomes all we demonstrate. There's nothing else. This is our spiritual path. To be so convinced, to be so embodied with the truth of our oneness as spirit that no false belief can exist within us. This is what we're doing. This is the work we do in the science of mind and spirit. This is the work. To be so convinced of our oneness as spirit informed that no false belief can exist within us. Ernest Holmes said this. This is in the Science of Mind textbook. He said, we can demonstrate at the level of our ability to know. Beyond this, we cannot go. But we will constantly expand and increase in knowledge and understanding, thereby continuously growing in our ability to make use of the law. In time, we are made free through it. Right? We become free of the false beliefs and all of the human lack and limitation thoughts that, flow through human race consciousness. We can be free of them. Talk about being on your growing edge. How about that? How about we just go through our week just knowing that? No doubt, no fear, no false impressions, no illusions of less than, nothing like that. Right? I was concerned when I was approaching this talk, going green, right? Being on our growing edge, because I didn't want this to be just another self-help talk, no, please don't do that, There's thousands of self-help talks. Go to YouTube, right? Just go to YouTube. Good grief, do this, don't do that, blah, 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 right? 10 things to make a growing life, or 18 ways to challenge yourself, or 5 days to bigger living, yada, 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 right? I mean, you could go to YouTube and do that, but that's all about the doing. That's all about the doing stuff. That's the outside. First, there must be a change in consciousness. Before anything, before any doing, there must be a change in consciousness before anything can change in the outer world, in the world of conditions. For any of it to be changed for the better permanently, the inner must change first. Everything begins in consciousness, everything. Ernest Holmes says, the awakening is a process of evolution, a little here, a little there, until the whole eye is opened. And we see that life is neither separate from God nor different from good. Life is God, and good is the only power there is or can ever be. Before a change in consciousness, it doesn't matter what you do, it will not be permanent. After a shift in consciousness, it doesn't matter what you do, any of it will work. When we live in truth, we experience shifts in the conditions of our lives. Ernest Holmes said, right? Little shift here, little shift there. He just said that in that quote. That's why I picked it. A little change here, a little change there. And at some point, you start to look at your life, don't you? Look at your life in your rearview mirror and you go, wow, look at how much I've changed. Wow, look at how much the conditions of my life has changed. Wow, look at how much my bank account's improved. Wow, look at how much my health has improved. Wow, look at this, wow, look at that, because those little changes begin to add up little by little. Living on our path, this spiritual path that we're on, changes the way we see the world, yes, but it also changes your world. It also changes the conditions. I believe both and. I believe both and happen. Changes the context through which we see the world, and it also changes the world. It changes the things in our world. I believe that when we change our consciousness, it changes how we see our life, and it also changes our life. When we withdraw the energy from the things we don't want anymore, they have no energy to continue to exist. Do you see that? Right? They have no energy to continue to exist. Ernest Holmes said there is a law of attraction and repulsion in mind, and it works just like attraction and repulsion in physics. It tends to bring to us that which is like our thinking. What we focus on grows. How many times have we heard that, right? Energy flows where attention goes. Man, I tried to cite that one a while back. Holy moly. Now, they'll tell you that Tony Robbins said it, right? Because I think he said it 1 billion times. But I really think I went back, and I think it's James Redfield who said it. James Redfield, you know, the Celestine prophecy guy? Okay, I think it was really him. Energy flows where attention goes. So when we pay attention to something, we're actually paying, right? We're actually paying for that experience. We're paying with our energy. We're paying with our life energy. We're actually feeding energy to the thing we're paying attention to. So what are you paying attention to? Right? What are you paying attention to? We have to be single-focused here. You don't want to feed and grow the things you don't want, right? So this is why we must be single-focused. This is why in the Bible it said, you know, you can't serve 2 masters. That's what that's about, right? It's not the God and the devil. That shit doesn't exist. It's about, you know, you can't be, you know, focusing on this, and having a backup plan, right? Oh my God, that backup plan, that plan B, right? Where there's a plan B, or there's a backup plan, or there's the rationality of, and I love this one, and I know you've heard this one too, plan for the best and prepare for the worst. What the hell kind of advice is that? Oh my God, that actually sabotages us, doesn't it? You see where that is like total split focused. Hey, let's just, you know, mess with our own energy. We must not entertain the worst. Good grief. That should not even be in your mind. That is not where you want to be sending your energy. Prepare for the worst. Get out of here. Ernest Holmes said, we send out the word, and it sets in motion a power. And then if we begin to think the opposite thing, it gets that as well. And then it neutralizes the initial word and destroys the possibility of effect. Right? Because we're planning for the best and preparing for the worst. Hello? We cannot be affirming the good in our lives all morning in prayer and in meditation and then spend the rest of the day preparing for the worst. Do you see how that's like just totally defeating the purpose? We are split focused. If anything, it produces nothing, which is not bad, I guess, if that's what you want. But we have to stay single focused. There is good and nothing but good. Ernest Holmes said that, right? God is good. There is good in the world and nothing but God, nothing but good. There's good in the world, and I ought to have it. Emma Curtis Hopkins. Oh my gosh, love dear Emma Curtis Hopkins. And she used the word ought on purpose. She said, there is good in the world, and I ought to have it. And that word ought, look it up, it's obligation. We are obligated to good, right? Like it's a law unto itself. There is good in the world, and I ought to have it. I must have it. I should have it. It's my obligation to have it. And Ernest Holmes said it this way. He said, We do not suggest to a person that he's all right when he's not all right. Right? We're not about ostriches and sticking our heads in the sand. He says this, we awaken the human to the inherent divinity and perfection which is within every living soul. The whole process is one of awakening. The spiritual nature never sleeps, and something in you and in me senses this imprisoned splendor as something that has never been hurt, never been confused, never been sick, never been poor. Our knowledge of this divine reality, according to an immutable law in the universe, automatically sets objective human free. And isn't that what our spiritual practice is? To be free from the limited human race consciousness of war and death and disease and shortages, and sickness and separation. This then is our spiritual practice. Think only good, know only good, visualize only good, speak only good. Changes us, and it is capable of changing the conditions around us. This then is our spiritual practice. This is living on our growing edge, right? This is taking that on, being single-focused. Then, with the changed consciousness, we can go back to the YouTube videos, right? Then we begin to move our feet. We can engage in those 10 things for a growing life, or the 18 ways to challenge yourself, or 5 days to bigger living, right? Then we can do all that stuff, because it won't matter which method you choose. Any of them will work. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, the infinite has already implanted within us an instinctive intuition, which is the spiritual knowledge of good. And our whole growth results from that inner awakening. Join me on the growing edge, would you? Come grow with me.
Pave paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, ba, ba, ba. They took all the trees and put them in a tree museum. And they charged all the people $25 to see her. Oh, now, don't it always seem to come that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, put away that DDT now. Don't care about spots on my apples, leave me the birds and the bees. Please. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Oh, they pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Come on, Jim. Last night I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took my babies away. what you got till it's gone. They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Oh, they pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Oh, yes, they pay paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yay. Oh, look, I'm being joined. Celebration singers. Yay. Now it's time for our online. I always say that. Hi, online. It's time for conscious circulation, online or in the room. I love that. This is our opportunity to give back. This is our enjoyment of the principle of giving and receiving, right? This quality of God known as abundance that we are absolutely immersed in as well. So please join me in prayer. We know that God is abundance. We know that God is love and joy and peace and power and unity and wisdom and love and joy and all of those qualities. We know that abundance is one of them. And we know that we can never outgive God. That Spirit is forever giving to its creations. And we are part of that cycle. We are part of that givingness of Spirit. And as we recreate it in our own lives, we pass on our first and best to those people, places, and things that support us spiritually, that grow us spiritually, and in turn that we receive as well. We stay in that cycle, that eternal cycle of giving and receiving, knowing it is all God, and it is all good, and so it is. Are just darling. Okay, what did I do with it? This is our time for the Miracle Minute. So I just wanted to share some with you. I got from Mikey that he had some car challenges and he was looking for a way to address them. And so we went to prayer, right? That's what we do first. First, prayer is not the place of last resort, but first resort, right? So went to prayer first, and apparently we have angels among us all the time, don't we? And he got his car stuff handled by people in this very community. So thank you, Vision, for rising to the challenge and blessing Mike with what he needed to get his car up and running. And I also have this one. I started a prayer treatment several weeks ago asking for a substantial sum of money to be given me from an unknown source. Isn't that what we do, right? We used to call it unexpected income, but it's really not unexpected if we're expecting it. It's expected income, but from unknown sources. That's kind of the way I look at it. Anyway, 3 days ago, a friend called and said he wanted to drop by and give me something. On arrival, he handed me a check for $1,000. I love this. I just love this. Thank you, Bob, for that one. Prayer answered. And that's the way it goes, right? That is the way it goes. So, thank you for sharing your demonstrations of answered prayer. Keep them coming. You know my email is revpatty@visionscsl.com. I'd love to share them with you. I love those answered prayers. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
Hello, everybody. A little Irish from Johnny Kirko here, too. I got the red hair and everything, so hospitality today is going to be fantastic. So, those of you, thank you, everybody who brought food, but there's corned beef and cabbage. And when we open these doors, you're going to get a whiff of it. And it is just amazing. Stick around for hospitality. It's going to be really, really cool. All kinds of wonderful Irish food today. Thank you for all of the hospitality team, including Janet and Larry and everybody who helped support that. So stick around. Meet and greet. We're continuing our meet and greet where we have our congregation and people from all over the world joining us. We want to say thank you to all the practitioners who come and support that as well. We have them available for one-on-one prayer and join us. James, you have a class that you started last week, and this is the last time to join, right?
Yes, this Wednesday will be the last Wednesday you can join that class. You're welcome to do so. There's a little catching up to do, but I'd be happy to help you.
Very good. Thank you, James. That's on. That's a Wednesday night.
Wednesday evenings, online.
6:30.
6:30 to 9.
Be there. This Wednesday night as well is open mic night here at Vision.
Yay.
We have a night where we get together and you can sing, you can dance, you can read poetry, whatever you want to do. Right up here on the stage, Jim Bianchi's going to be here 7 p.m. Join us. We have a lot of fun. We're building this group up, and I know there's a ton of talent in this group, and I've been talking to them, and I'm going to continue talking to you, Carla, about being able to perform here. I did that to Lee a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Don't ever do that again to me." No, he didn't really do that, but I'm making stuff up as I go along. Thursday night, Andy and Nathan will be here for us. Yes, Andy and Nathan, great concert. They're going to be doing martinis at Vision. So they were at
Not
martini.
real martinis.
What's that?
But not real martinis.
We're not serving martinis, no. But it'll be, they used to perform over at Martinis at 4th, right? So all the time. And so they want to rebuild that up. So we'll have our tables set up, all kinds of really cool stuff. Andy, Nathan, Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Get your tickets online or go over see Paul in the bookstore.
And even better, you get to behave at Vision the way you used to behave at
Martinis, that's right.
You have a spiritual pass, Reverend Patti.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what that means because I've been over there a few times and I don't remember it being really crazy.
You don't remember
Because of the
Maybe
martinis.
that's the problem. I don't remember anything. I do know there were a lot of martinis being served in that place, and woo, that was good stuff. The week after, we're doing a movie night. It's Waitress the movie, so that's on, I think, the 27th. So join us for that. Easter Sunday, we always have a big Easter here. We want you to be a part of that and come and join us. Reverend Patti will be here, the Higher Vision Choir, really cool stuff. Join us for a good Easter celebration. Invite your friends. I've told you, I put it on Facebook as an event. Invite people into it to let them know what we're going to be here because we love to be a part of the Easter celebration. Reverend Patti, you are starting up a No Place Like Homes group. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I am doing that, and it's a very informal group. I'm going to be bringing in a lot of the classes and Sunday talks and Tuesday evening talks and Wednesday evening talks that Ernest Holmes gave throughout his ministry that really are lesser known. They're not in the books, they're not in the Science of Mind text, they're not in Creative Thought, they're not in Living the Science of Mind. They're other talks and lessons that he gave that maybe you're not really familiar with, and I thought we would share those writings with each other and explore at a deeper level Ernest Holmes' life and ministry. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it.
Wednesday, it's Wednesday, 11 a.m. till noon, and you can sign up that online. I also put it in the e-newsletter, so just let us know you're going to come. It's also, it's hybrid, so it's online as well as in our space here. So Reverend Patti Paris, and also she's got foundation starting up soon. I don't know the exact date. Do we know the date yet, Reverend Patti?
Date?
First week of April, second week of April, we're doing foundations class with Reverend Patti as well.
Second week of April.
Second week of April, because first is April Fool's Day, and we don't know what will happen then. We've done crazy stuff. Adopt-A-Bill. So we continue our Adopt-A-Bill program, which is the program where the stickers are all sitting on the wall over there, and it's all the bills that we have. But we merged. What we did is we merged together with matching fundraisers. So through the rest of this month, all the monies that you give towards the Adopt-A-Bill are going to be matched on by the matching fund for the Adopt-A-Bill. So please continue to support us on that. Thank you very much for doing that. So as Reverend Patti mentioned to you, we have a very sad day today. Our copier called it quits. Now, we had that copier for 15 years. We paid $500 for that. And 15 years later, that little bad boy was still working. And this week, called it a day. And we ran over 600,000 copies on that copier. So we were blessed to have that amazing little machine, but we need a new one. So we are asking anybody who wants to contribute towards the Adopt-A-Bill in this program to help us get a new copier. We're thinking it's going to be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 is what it's going to cost us. Copiers are not cheap, and that'll be a used one. So not even a new one, but we're hoping it can do as many. I mean, this one is almost 18 years old, 17 years old, and it was still doing color copies and all kinds of online. So we think they're going to do all the work for us. So Betty, you don't have to come in anymore. So our little copier called it a day. So if you want to contribute to that, please see us, me or Paul in the bookstore, or Reverend Patti. We want to thank you for your gifts in that. Next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk is Start Up with Rhea Carey, who will be with us. How about Shaina Pugh today? She's such a good sport, wore her hat and everything too. Thank you, Shaina, for doing that and the Go Green stuff. We're going to be doing some kind of a concert in the future with Shaina somehow, some way. We're not sure exactly what, but something with her. So thank you, guys.
I don't have them because I don't have a bulletin. Okay, we're going to stand up. I'd love the practitioners and ministers come to the front of the room, be ready for prayer. We have affirmations up here that we're going to say together. I can't see them because I have no bulletin. You ready? You ready? You with me? I am ready to see things with a new perspective. I've found my pot of gold. This is my time to shine. Shine. Okay, we're going to say shine again. Okay, last one. This is my time to shine. Oh, and yes, it is, dear ones. Yes, it is. Let's go to prayer. I know this is our time to shine. This is time to step into the fullness of life. This is time to step in to the greater life Spirit has in mind for us, to be that place where truth shines and shows up so perfectly as us, and lights up the world and transforms conditions around us and creates that peace on earth that we know is possible. I give great thanks for each one of us knowing that we contribute to that great and grand consciousness of love, of joy, and of peace. And so it is. Amen.
Peace for
judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world.